So, good day, everyone. My name is Ahmed Johnson. Welcome to the first podcast show on this YouTube channel. Today, I have two guests, which is from Veritas University, Abuja, Mr. John Okafor and Mrs. Tessie also. So, the topic on our theme today is should women be in a position of power? It's actually a double standard topic. So, I invited these two intellectual beings here for them to give me their take on why women should be in a position of power. If they agree, they should give me their reasons, and if they don't, they should give me reasons too. So, over to you, Mr. John. So, when you hear about women being in a position of power, do you feel it's more like a controversy or something that should happen or be?
I think it's actually both because women are emotional beings, and being in a position of power requires for you to be logical, and they lack that. So I really believe that even if women are in a position of power, it should be limited.
Okay, so you, according to your take, you feel women are not logical enough to be in a position of power.
Exactly. For example, imagine your president is on her period.
But that's not really a valid take, actually. You know, logic and being on a period are two different things. You get Mr. John. So I don't really agree with you on this thing. Exactly. Because I feel logic and power are two different ideologies. Okay? Although they go hand in hand. But someone being on a period doesn't really coexist.
Well, there are cases where the entire state of the country is on a thin thread, right? And you need to be extremely logical during that moment. And if a woman isn't, it just can't work.
So are you saying women are not logical?
They aren't as logical as they need to be.
Okay. So over to you, Tessie. What do you think? Do you agree with this view?
I do not.
Okay, so can I just hear your reasons?
Well, first of all, I disagree with the fact that women are non logical. And also, we have the president and we have the vice president, right? For example, if a woman is a president now, even though she's on her period in court, we have the vice president who is also there to back her up. So two of them, there's like they can't also be on their period at the same time. I mean, it's also possible. But even though one is not able to think, that's why we have the vice president. So even though the vice president too is not able to think properly, the president, I mean, two of them they work hand in hand, right? And
Yes.
also, yeah, women, we no offense though, but men are selfish. Like they think of only themselves. But us women, we care for everyone because we have children, so we care for our children. So we see the citizens as our own children. We care for them. We put definitely put education first because like some men so they still have this old mentality that us women we do not need education, we just need to be at home, sit at home moms in the kitchen and all of that. But us women we are going to put it we always make everything equal for both men and for women too. That's what I think.
Okay. Well, according to your own point of view, you're just using the concept of family. And I need to remind you, being the president or being in a position of power for a Thursday country like Nigeria has to go beyond the four walls of family. It has to go beyond the average Nigerian, the poor Nigerians, but to limit resources, reaching people who are already there in power. You get? So according to your take, you were basically just talking about what needs to be done around family. But what I feel is, for you to be in a position of power, you need to have the authority, the capacity, the aura, the audacity to challenge whoever wants to come at you at any point in time. Because for you to do good in a country like this, you need to be tough. So that's what I feel.
Yes,
so
yes.
what do you think is like that?
Well, I feel women we can actually be tough. Definitely.
Really?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
When it comes to making decisions and for example now I don't know how I'm going to explain this now. If another country now should come and say they want like maybe they want to do something wrong, and even though they have the upper hand, us women we have our way of negotiating. We have um No. So you're thinking of the.
No, it's fine, it's fine.
I would just say that us women, we actually have the upper hand on than men. We are
So you're saying women are better negotiators than men?
yes.
Okay. So, like, any reasons, that's like it's a two-sided stuff, actually. So, what do you think, John?
Strongly disagree, although she made a very, 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 very good point. She said men are selfish. That's amazing. I feel about nationalism. It's when a leader puts his people and his country first. Look at Russia. Look at the US. US is the greatest country in the world. Why? Because they put their people first. Trump doesn't give a fuck whether your country has like a million starving people. Let's focus on these people first. So you notice that when Trump came in, the US economy skyrocketed. It was like almost at an all-time high, all thanks to him. When Biden came in, he brought in all those stuff, all those concepts of caring for everybody, welcoming everybody, trying to welcome from Mexico and other low-end countries, right? And those people came in, started committing crimes, and it's affected the economy, affected the livelihood of everyday Americans. So now you realize that being selfish is a trait you need in leadership. And I said that's a trait that men possess. And women possess the opposite, which is welcoming everybody, considering everybody. Now, the scenario I gave you the US, you all know how it of them went.
Okay. So, Justin, you were saying something. Do you agree with his point of view?
What?
Do you agree?
But
Partly. So, what partly is that? The part of men being selfish to protect the interests of their family or their nation, or the part in which men are being so toxic when it comes to leadership?
well, it's actually both of them.
Okay.
Yeah. Men have actually toxic when it comes to leadership. I will give Nigeria as an example. Well, I would say this Boko Haram things that happen, this Boko Haram that came here. I feel like it's actually women here that try to stop this. I feel like it's actually men in the politics sector that actually funding these Boko Haram people. Because why would women want to do? Women live in peace and harmony. We bring ourselves together. Unlike men, you don't see us cheering or saying something bad about another religion or another ethnic group. Unlike women, it's actually men that do this thing more.
Okay.
Okay, so there are studies, right? There are studies that show that actually there are studies that have been tried. I don't remember the exact name of the study here, but they brought a group of men that never met each other before, right? And they brought a group of women that never met each other before. And they told them that you guys should have to survive for the next couple of days in the woods.
What story was this?
I don't remember the exact name of the
Was
study.
it a live scenario?
It's a real life scenario.
Okay. Go on.
And the men, even though they didn't know each other from anywhere, they collaborated. They survived. Someone was in charge of getting food, someone was in charge of getting water, someone was in charge of setting up the tents or wherever they were going to shelter themselves. The women, though, within just that first group that was created several factions. I belong to this faction, I belong to that faction. So it was so divided. Why was it divided? Because women, as I keep saying, are not as logical as men. They're not as logical as they need to be. Men, whether we like each other or not, we can hate each other, but we know that we have to survive. This is what's important, right? Let's work together. But women are like, nah, I care more about how this lady is going to make me feel. So you know what? I rather focus on that than working with everyone else for all of us to survive.
But like, okay, apply this scenario that you just mentioned in the case study of Nigeria, where you have presidents like Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the Senate President Senator Godswill Akpabio. Can you just apply this particular case on a country like Nigeria?
Well, in country like Nigeria, you haven't really seen a case where in many cases where women reach that level of power, you understand? But that doesn't mean there haven't been women that have messed up. There have been women that have messed up. And once again, I'm sorry I don't remember the names, but I'm sure you probably know there's this woman, right, who stole a particular amount of money.
The dial.
Yes, so who stole a particular amount of money.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, she, women trying to make it look like we are innocent. And the only reason why they actually getting support from that is because they have the argument that men have gotten a chance to lead and they fucked up. And we haven't really, so we can't really see whether we are going to mess up or not. We feel like points. But if women are wicked, I think they will put in more effort to actually make a difference, but they haven't. They just been very calm, nonchalant, things that actually satisfied you, yeah.
That's not true.
Yes, why do you think so?
Because when we try to, go higher, you men fight us. Like you always fight us. You guys feel like you guys should always be at the top and we lower. That's what I'm saying. You guys still have that old mentality. Every time you guys fight us, you don't allow us to go higher. So it's not like we are trying. There are actually women out there that are trying to go to the top. They are trying so that we can make this country a better country.
Can you have an example of those women?
So,
Okay.
So, according to what you just said, do you feel men are threatened, intimidated, or scared of women reaching a certain power in both Nigeria and world politics?
Scared, threatened, I feel like they just underestimate us. They feel like we can't do anything. Like, for example, just like you said, we are not logical. That's what they think.
Okay, so it's more of underestimation than being scared.
Yes.
So why do you think so? Why do you think men underestimate women a lot? Do you feel it's more of a logical reason or more of the fact that they are just being biased or really, according to your theory, the old man's mentality where women should be suppressed?
Exactly.
Okay, the old man's mentality where women should be suppressed and the man should.
Yeah.
So, what do you think, Mr.
But for them to be old, there has to be new, right?
What?
For there to be something old, that means there's something new as well, right? So who do you refer to as the old man and who do you refer to as the new man? You mentioned that there's this old man mentality, right?
Yes.
Yes. For something to be old, that means there was something. It's just like my phone now. I buy a new phone. Suddenly this is not an old phone. Understand? So talking about an old man mindset, right? What's in the new? Can you give an example of where you've seen people that are using the old man mindset and people that are using the new one?
Can you try and explain what I mean by this old man mindset?
Okay.
So, in those days, men, they think women should not go to school, they should not be educated. The girls, they should be at home, cleaning, working in the kitchen, right? So they bring it to that mentality to politics too. Yeah. So now, they enjoy the power that they are getting. So definitely they won't give us space. Even with that same mentality, even though they are new politicians, young or old, they will still have the same mentality, especially when they get the power, they're able to feel the power.
Okay. So what you're basically saying is that men take the values of what is supposed to be as like a woman being in the kitchen, a woman taking care of the family.
Yes,
and they feel like
same mentality they bring it to
the normal world.
Yes.
So that's why you feel men don't value women in position of power because they feel there should be more of household wife or trophy rooms because that's the name they use these days.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you want to know, Mr. John?
If you actually look at everything, right? The mindsets that she accepts women have actually the right mindset actually. This world will be fragmented, everybody goes living in harmony, right? All rosy, the world will actually be great, right? Unfortunately, that's not the case. That's not the case. women have, yes, they have that whole energy of family. You know, so what exactly in the family, right? Then in the family, you can't bring it out there to our world, which is the total opposite of that.
What you are basically saying is, well, how about women who love their families, okay, but they also have the knowledge, the capacity. Like women go to school. We're in an era where we see a lot of women
Yes,
even having PhDs, a doctorate degree, of course.
yes.
Don't you feel like they can apply this knowledge
Yeah, they
to the
can.
political struggle?
Definitely they can.
But according to what you said since they are like more like knowing about family values, they can't contribute to that.
Oh, no. I never specifically said they can't contribute. I was just emphasizing on the strengths they have in the family.
Yes, that's what I'm telling you. They have that strength in the family, and they can also possess being in the political and social board or being in high position of power. So don't you think they can do both?
It still lies at the first I said at the beginning of this podcast. I said that for you to be a good leader, being a good leader requires for you to be extremely logical, whether you like it or not. You just have to make decisions that hurt you, but are for the betterment of the nation. You understand? So women don't possess that. They just don't possess that. There's some that possess it, they possess it to an extent, right? But in general, they do not possess that. And also, women are there are women actually in the political field. They are so Catholic. What are they doing? It's just like female footballers complaining. Maybe a female footballer that plays in Chelsea. It's complaining why are you earning 200 million a year like Ronaldo? Why would you earn that amount? Why? Because you show results. People don't watch the women's league because the women's league is not as entertaining as the men's league. The men's league is more entertaining because they work harder and they show it. Can you imagine a professional female team was beaten by an under 15 male team? A professional female team, I think it was Barcelona. Was it Barcelona? But it was a professional female team.
Really, it happened?
It happened. They played a match, a professional females team for a big club against an under 15 club for males. Under 15, and they won. They beat the females. Now tell me why they end the same. The same thing goes in politics. You guys also have to show results. And if I ask you, give me records of the impact you've made, right? The good impact. Let's forget the entire point of yes that evil people, right? That was evil men, that were evil men, but let's look at the good the women have done in politics. Let's look at the good that the men have done in politics. Let's compare them. You find that one is higher on the scale. There's a reason why.
Which is higher on scale?
The men.
Evil or good?
Good.
Good.
Yes.
In politics.
The men that have done good in politics have done more good than the women who have done good in politics.
I won't say that's totally a fact. I won't say that's totally a fact because we have not fact checked it. We don't know the total statistics of what women have done in politics in both Nigeria and world politics. So I wouldn't say that if I were you. But do you have like any statistical record showing that
Statistics is important, but statistics isn't everything. Understand? All matters is the result. What are you seeing? What are you experiencing? So stuff.
from what you
I think I want to ask a question. Just ask the question. In a case, right? I think it has to do with President John F. Kennedy. There was something that happened where he could have attacked a particular country, but he didn't. Although there's something they did. I don't know exactly how they did. There's something they did, but it was an attack to America, and he could have responded immediately, but he decided not to. Even though everyone was saying, you know, he has to do this, like this is a case where you must be peace, like, nah, I'm going to get you back. Because you didn't just them, they did something so, but he didn't. And even if it was some that saved us from a third world war at that time. Why? Because it was logical. It's logical. The woman is president, the country attacks because it's a family. And we all know how much filmmaking about you know how the reaction is. It means wants to destroy them. It's like killing a mother's child.
But don't you think the reverse would be the case if Kennedy's child was affected?
I think his child was affected, so
It wasn't.
how not?
It wasn't affected. Because I know.
Okay. What was the story about?
Well, there was actually an attack from Cuba at that particular time because they were fighting off Fidel Castro. I don't know if you know Fidel Castro.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was one of the attack. So America wanted to hit Cuba that bad. You get, and back then America was equipped with nuclear weapons and stuff like that. Not to talk about what happened with Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Get it? So Kennedy saw it within his powers not to attack Cuba back then. But like what I'm trying to tell you is that if his child was attacked, it's a whole different scenario then. It's a whole different scenario. Everyone is emotional when someone's child gets killed. You can be very emotional.
Everyone is. But who has the strength to put the emotion
You
aside
can never tell.
for the betterment of everyone?
You can never tell.
In many cases, men won't. In many cases, women won't. But in most cases, men will. They have the strength.
And that again is not the statistical fact.
We don't have statistics or base everything off statistics. We have to base everything also based on results.
Okay. So what do you think? Do you think if Kennedy's child was affected by that incident then it would have been a whole different scenario? Do you think he would have attacked Cuba?
I think it will.
Okay.
Yes.
So you feel there will be a lot of emotions attached to it due to the fact that his child was affected.
Exactly.
Well, thank you for today's podcast. I think we've had enough. I really enjoyed your presence. So, Mr. John, thank you very much. It was so nice to have you guys on this podcast show. So, thank you.